back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a wedding makeup look. This is the look I came up with. I had no idea what I was going to do when I first started this look. All I knew is I wanted a flawless base. I give you a few different options in between me doing different things, so this is probably going to be a very long video, so just grab a snack or a drink and just sit and watch. And yeah, my idea of a wedding makeup look, keep in mind I am 22, my wedding's probably not for a while away, but my idea of a wedding look is flawless base, perfect eyebrows if you wanna, sultry eye look, and a natural lip. And so this is what I came up with. I used the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette for like most of my look. Just the one color in the center of the eye is from the Soft Glam palette. But yeah, if you guys don't like this pinky wedding look, then let me know and I can easily do a more nude goldish wedding look. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you guys want to see how I got this wedding look, then just keep watching. We're going to start by doing the base, because if you're rushed for time towards the end, you don't want to be rushing on the base, because you want the base to be very flawless, whereas your eyes you can rush because you can do them quite quickly. So yeah, let's get straight into this look. I'm going to start by priming my face. I'm going to be using the NYX Photo Loving Primer. Now this is just like a random primer. For your wedding day, I would recommend using a primer that's going to make your makeup stay on longer and make it look very flawless. I would recommend the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, but at the moment I'm just going to be wearing this makeup for like this morning, so I went for the NYX primer. And the NYX primer is really good. It does make my makeup stay a little bit longer. Okay, I'm going to grab my headband and just push back all my hair. Now, while that primer sinks in, what I like to do is tweeze my eyebrows. And especially on your wedding day, you want to be tweezing your eyebrows, because you want to be flawless. I have a eyebrow maintaining tutorial. I'll link it below. I'm not actually sure if it's what it's called, but I have one where I show you guys how to do your eyebrows. We've done the eyebrows. Now onto the base. Now for a wedding makeup look, I would go for something that would stay on all day for as long as you need it, probably 18 hours, and I like to go a bit luminous, make it like luminosity, make it glow. There we go. So what I've chosen is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. Now this foundation lasts about 12 hours on my face without getting oily, and then when it comes to about 13 hours, then it starts to get oily. I've actually worn this for 13 hours before. So yeah, this I recommend totally for weddings. It looks flawless on the skin and it lasts quite a long time. So this one's good. And then to give it, because this is sort of like, it's not like a glowy foundation, but it's not like a matte foundation. But to give it that more glowy sort of look, I'm going to add the NARS Illuminator in Coco Cabana. I'm not sure if this is still around, but any sort of liquid illuminator that you really want to put in is fine. So I like to put it on the back of my hand. So I'm gonna squeeze out some of the illuminator first, just like 1 dollop, and then we're going with the foundation. I just squirt that over the top. We'll do 3 pumps over the 1 pump of illuminator. And then what I do is I grab my finger and I mix the illuminator and the foundation together. And you can already see that it's becoming very luminosity, glowy. I can't say that word. And then I just dab it all over the face, pushing back the hair, like the sideburns. And just like clean it off the hand with the finger. Then we're gonna wipe off the finger on like a tissue. And then I'm using my beauty blender. And we're just dabbing the foundation in. Ensure to cover all the surface of this base with the mixture of illuminator and foundation. And then what I'm going to do, because it's not quite full enough coverage, I'm going to put a little bit more foundation, just like 1 more squirt of foundation, just foundation, on the back of my hand, and then use my finger and just dab it where I need the extra coverage. And then we just do the same as like pressing the foundation in. I like to just put a little bit, like when I do this area, I like to put some of it on the eye. That way I don't look so dead without concealer underneath there. And then anything else left on the hand, I'm just gonna apply to the face. And like, remember to get right up into that hairline. Not like in the hair, but like right up there. Okay, now for concealer, I'm gonna be using the Kylie Jenner Skin Concealer. It's in the shade Shell. For concealer, I recommend a long wearing concealer. I'm not 100% sure if this is long wearing yet. I haven't actually worn it for a long time. But I do recommend the Urban Decay Naked Skin or the MAC Concealer. Those are 2 concealers I do recommend. I am sort of trying out this Kylie one, so yeah. But it is quite good. So for me, if this is actually a very long wearing concealer, I would recommend it for a wedding day. Okay, and then I just blend it out with my finger. Now just for a second layer of concealer. Now concealer is done, then I'm going to set it with the Australis AC on Tour palette. I'm going to mix these 2 colours together. Ensure to smooth out any lines. And then just press the powder in. Any sort of setting powder underneath the eyes is fine. I just like using the AC on Tour palette. Now to set the face in place, I am going to be using a translucent powder, or just like a no color powder. This is the Revlon Photoready primer. So this is good because it won't give you back any flashback, which is also what you need a foundation and a concealer that won't give you any flashback. That's why I recommend just like a setting powder. Not, I would love the Hourglass powders, but they give kind of a weird flashback sort of look, so yeah. And then I'm going to set the face in place just by patting the powder all over. Now to finish off the face, I'm going to use my Hoola Benefit bronzer. This is just really flat out just amazing, so that's why I would recommend using it for a wedding. If you don't like the Hoola bronzer, then choose a bronzer slash contour that you like, seeing as it's going to be it's your wedding photo, so it's going to be around for a lifetime. And we're just doing my technique that I did in the how to contour, highlight and blush video. I'll link that below. Moving on to blush. I like, for a wedding sort of makeup look, I like the idea of having sort of like a natural looking blush. So that's why I recommend something like the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. If it's still around, I think it's still around. But it's quite a nice peachy, mauvey sort of blush. And it goes with everything. And it is quite natural looking, if that's sort of what you wanted to go for. If not, then maybe like a pinky sort of blush. And again, just the same technique as that how to contour, blush and highlight video that is linked below. I wonder how I got that scar. And now for highlighter. I like a blinding highlight. If you don't, then I would recommend going for something more like MAC's Lightscapade, because that's sort of like a nice natural highlight. Whereas for me, I like the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Beige. So that's what it looks like. And it's still a natural sort of highlight, but it's not as natural as, say, the Lightscapade one. And that's just going on the cheekbones, a little bit on the nose, and on the Cupid's bow. And as you can see, it's natural, but it's blinding but natural. So it's quite a nice highlight for a bride. Now onto the eyebrows. I am going to be doing my normal brow routine, so these are the products. I'll link all of my brow routines down below for you guys. This is, I think this one is the more recent one. But yeah, I'm not going to show you guys, so let's skip to the eyes. To start the eyes, I'm going to prime them. And to prime them, I am using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Best sort of primer ever. I'm going to be using the Naked 3, and I'm going to use the colour Strange. And this is just to set the primer in place, so I'm using a large shader brush and patting it all over the lid and up to the brow bone. I'm not 100% sure what sort of eye look I'm going to do. For a wedding, you want your eye look to be nice and natural, but still emphasizing your eyes. We're going to go in again with the Naked 3, and this time, but this time we're using this shade here, which is Limit. And we're just applying this in the crease on a large blending brush. And this is going in circular motions from outer corner to the inner corner. Now going in with this shade here, which is Nuna, and on the same brush, we're just putting this in the crease again, but this time in just in like a back and forth motions, very softly. And then just gently increase the pressure. And then we're just blending those two colors together with the same brush. Why not? Now you're still using the Naked 3 palette. I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is Liar. And I'm just putting it on a tiny, like, petite, precise shader brush. And we're just applying, we're tapping off all the excess. We're applying it to the outer third of the lid. Just patting it in. And then we're also applying it into the inner third. And then we just do the same to the other eye. Now I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam. And I'm going to use this shade here, which is Rose Gold. I'm going to apply it with my finger in the center. And then using that Liar shade again on my finger this time, we're just going to apply that over the rose gold edges. Now going in with Factory from the Urban Decay Naked 3, just very lightly, and I'm going to apply it on a dense shading brush or blending brush, and that's going in the crease in like windscreen wiper motions. Not much product at all, it's just to make the crease a little bit darker. Then I'm going back in with Rose Gold. And now for the lower lash line, I'm going back in with Factory and the same dense shading brush. Now going in with the Liar shade, and I'm just using the same brush as before, but this time I'm just gonna press it into the lower lash line. I'm now going in with the Burnt Out shade from the Naked 3 and my finger, and I'm just gonna apply that on the inner corner very, very lightly. Now going in with the Stranger shade, wiping off the finger, and that's just going over the top. And we just pat it up in the brow bone. And now for mascara. If you're going to cry at your wedding, then probably wear waterproof. If you think you might cry, just wear waterproof just in case. Now let's zoom you guys out and let's do the lips. Okay, now for the lips, I'm just going to apply a little bit of lip balm. And while that settles in, I'm going to spray the face with MAC's Fix Plus. That's just so all the powders will sink into the face so it doesn't look all cakey. And then if you also want a spray, then like if you also want to give your face that extra like staying power, then I would also spray your face with the Urban Decay or Nighter setting spray. That's really good. So once you've done your base, then go in with this, then do your eyebrows and eyes and lips, and then spray your whole face with the Urban Decay or Nighter setting spray. So yeah, now for lips, I'm going to be using the Kylie Jenner lip kit of Charmed. Now this is the velvet lip kit. I would recommend wearing a liquid lipstick because they last longer. I also recommend wearing a liquid lipstick that doesn't feel drying on your lips. I also think the Kylie Jenner lip kits are really good for this whole thing because you get a lip liner and a liquid lipstick, so it makes your makeup, makes the lipstick stay on even more, like longer, and that's what you want on your wedding day. I recommend a nude for your wedding day just because you're going to be kissing your husband, and you don't want him to have like a colour all over his face or lips or whatever. So I recommend nude. And there we go. That is the whole look done. Now, for me, my wedding day is not for a couple of years away, so just keep that in mind. I am 22. But my idea of a makeup look for my wedding day is this. Something dark and sultry on the eyes, and something nude on the lips, and a flawless base. That's what I would do. Still not like, the eyes aren't like dark sultry, but still sultry. So yeah. But that is the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this wedding makeup look. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel because it means so much to me when you guys do. And if you guys have any suggestions of videos for me to do, then just leave them in the comments and I can do them. And yeah, thanks guys. Bye.